Richard reminded us that a $3.8 billion loan facility was created earlier this year to export Australian arms, which basically is equivalent to the much diminished Australian aid program. There's some important opportunities for campaigning and advocacy coming up in relation to Australia's aid budget in the coming months. The first is the National Labor Party conference in December, where we would hope that there will be a motion, and certainly the LP platform would have some commitments around the official aid program and rebuilding it, and firm figures. And secondly, the government will have its annual December mid-year economic forecast outlook, which has been, sadly, an opportunity for past governments to actually use that time to cut the aid budget. So we're calling on the government to start restoring the aid budget, to restore indexation, which is only temporary. And I'd like to invite up Jody Lightfoot, who is the National Campaigns Director for the Campaign for Australian Aid, just to tell you how you can be involved in some action over the next couple of months.
Hey everyone, my name's Jody Lightfoot, the Director of Campaign for Australian Aid, and we're actually going to take an action right now together. And I want to preface this with a quick story, and that is one of the first engagements that I had in the aid and development sector was with the Oak Tree Foundation, and I was tasked with leading the WA contingent of the Make Poverty History road trip. And I remember going on this road trip with 1,000 young people, many of them never taken any political action before, coinciding in Canberra. And I remember the feeling that we had in Parliament House and just feeling incredibly excited to be a part of this as we watched both major parties reaffirm their commitment to 0.5% of gross national income in aid. And there was this sense that we were part of creating that difference. There was a sense of excitement that Australia was starting to step up in the world, and a sense of excitement for what that would mean for people living in poverty, and the feeling that they would start to get more of a chance to reach their full potential. But as you know, the last 5 years has been a very different feeling, and it's been incredibly disheartening to see aid be cut repeatedly. Disheartening for what that has meant for Australia's place in the world, and disheartening for what that has meant for people living in poverty who haven't had the opportunity to reach their full potential. But I guess this year, I've cautiously started to feel that sense of excitement again, because together we've actually helped to prevent the coalition from cutting an additional $400 million in aid in the lead up to the budget. Together, we helped to make aid the most raised issue in Labor's national consultation process for the national platform. We've helped to mobilise more than 15,000 Australians to take action, more than 50 pastors, and we've seen the defence establishment speak out in support of the value of aid. And I guess what I'm saying this for is that we've got a hell of a long way to go, but momentum is building and we are making progress. And now we're going to take an opportunity to continue that progress and send a clear and unified message to both major parties to say that we want leadership to rebuild aid, as well as the National Conference and MyEFO. With the federal election around the corner, this is an opportunity for our major parties to actually show leadership on this issue. And so over the next 30 seconds, I want to invite you, if we could have the tweet come up on the screen. I want to encourage you to get out your mobile phone and start to craft your tweet. You can write exactly as it is on the PowerPoint, but the point is to keep the message clear and simple. You can customize your tweet, but let's tag these 4 decision makers, and in about 30 seconds, I'll count us down and then we'll tweet together.
I know I look perhaps as though I should be young enough to understand Twitter, but I don't have Twitter. Is it on the app, the conference app? Like,
You'll need the Twitter app, but if you're not on Twitter, you can take the action on any other social media platform. Some phones you might not be able to tag the decision makers on Facebook.
I think I'll just be with you all in support. I'm sorry, I'm a social media doofer.
Okay. Well, let's count it down. So, is everyone ready? Does anyone need more time? Was that a no? Okay. As you're getting your tweet ready, I just want to say that Campaign for Australian Aid operates under the principle that we can achieve more together than we can alone. And if that's what your agency believes too, would love to chat with you. We have a stall about the prospect of your agency joining the campaign. All right, well, I'm going to count this down in the interest of time. If you haven't got your tweet ready, that's okay. Just send it when you can. But for those who do have it ready, let's send it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, tweet. All right, well done, everyone. Thanks for taking action.
Thank you very much, Jody. And please do go up and speak to Jody and Gay about the stall. And if your agency isn't yet a member of the Campaign for Australian Aid, I really encourage you to get involved. It's really important that in our sector, since it really came into being in the 1950s, there's always been a campaign for the official Australian government to do more to build relationships, to help tackle injustice, to alleviate poverty, to ensure sustainability with peoples around the world. And if you join the campaign, you're becoming part of that movement, but also part of that history. So thank you.